Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and practical legal advice to our clients in the United Kingdom and Ghana. Expert help with will writing, probate or estate administration. Our will writers and probate lawyers can act for you to obtain grant of probate and carry out estate administration on your behalf. The probate takes place after someone dies. If there's a will, the named executor is responsible for ensuring that the estate of the deceased is secured, assessing its value and paying any inheritance tax. If there is no will, the intestate and inheritance rules require similar responsibilities. Our lawyers offer strategic and practical solutions to the issues which clients face, whether it's in relation to succession planning, will preparation, probate and the administration of estates, immigration and visas, contentious family or probate disputes, administering estates often with inheritance cross-border issues, international trust advice including residence, domicile issues, wealth preservation, a fast, efficient service from SRA-regulated professionals, transparent pricing. BWF Solicitors, let us take care of probate.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Mema obi biara akwaba ebe yedwumedie so enenso otwede ampo adaroma wache akwenya wache nkwa wache ahoden na yemfa dwumedie a every Friday bia yato ye ho ato ho a yede ba no enenso Sara ode saadom no ache ye na yede dwumedie ebreo a yato ni den se BWF Solicitors for legal hour na megidi se baby biara wo ho ye so ho ye dia ene mesere we ni die mo bomodia na kame ho yen sha se free na wa enkodu se ebebo 11 sharp pe na de dwumedie no abawiye na frɛ ɔdɔfo bi na frɛ adamfo bi frɛ wonua bi frɛ umami bi papa bi se emre na so ye ba be kamera nsem ye ba be di mra ye ba be dwiridwiri mu na ya kyekyi mu sene etie sene a obetumi de ato anamo sene a ekwan a ye fikese mu nyoma mo de atoto ho ye nyina ya ba be dwiridwiri mu na wonso wafa wodie ewom de ato anamo media ne manyeti megidi se baby biara wo ho ye. A very special morning to all my viewers and loyal listeners. I believe wherever you are, you definitely join us from now until 11 o'clock sharp while we bring this education to you. And Miss Rao Baby Biano and Kobebia, share the program, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Senior Beya, Abribia Yabaswa, Ubinya, and it's a Ubimia notification button na hono. Na wenya tinka yebaya. Na only be the first person to me who say yabaso. And then so yeah, well, a very beautiful topic I did bremo na answer na me topic ne ho edi no mesremo mepɛ sɛ wofrɛfrɛ ɔdamfo bi frɛ obi sɛ mmerɛ no aso yɛba bɛka mmara asɛm yɛba bɛdi mmara ɛnɛ topic a aba no dodoɔ naa bɛbenefite nti wo nko a ɛnkyɛ mfa frɛfrɛ sɛ yɛaba o ɔmo aba yɛdi late sima pɛ nanso yɛaba nti yɛaba no bɔ mmɔden anaka yɛn ho na yɛmfa dwumadie no ɛnkɔ anim mɛsrɛ me resource person no nso mma no adwo mɛsrɛ no sɛ ɔmbra na ɔno nso mfa nkyia mu ohwam mu ɔdɛ atenka wɔ mu ɛma etiefoɔ no ahwɛfoɔ weekend asan aba na yɛda so edi yɛka ne sɛn month of breast cancer awareness no yɛgu so a yɛ create awareness na ɛma nkurɔfoɔ dodoɔ na yɛkyerɛkyerɛ wobɛkɔ baabi a education wɔ baabi a sɛ yɛkyerɛkyerɛ nti pink month no yɛda so a yɛwɔ mu nti ma invite me sister Penny me nuabaa Penny lawyer Eunice na ɔmbra no nso mfa nkyia a mu ohwam ankasa ɛma etiefoɔ na afei deɛ nea ɛwɔ hɔ biara no mebisa na akwan so sɛ ayɛm biara yɛnya yɛda sɔreeɛ no home office foɔ ɔyɛ a na ɔmo keka nkɔmmɔ ho minute biara dɔnkoro biara na ɔmo aka biribi no ɔmo de update bi aba abɛto dwa anaasɛ nea ɛwɔ hɔ naa na ɔsɛ yɛhyɛ mu kena na yɛmfa nkɔ yɛn anim nti lawyer Eunice mɛsrɛ wo anidie mpakyɛ mɛma wakɔ aba ɛbɛ dwumadie no so na mɛma wakwanya na fakyea yɛtiefoɔ no ahwɛfoɔ very good morning to you.
Good morning, my tea. Looking lovely as always.
Thank you.
I'm a main chair. It's here for now. More sharing Facebook so and that's a YouTube so yeah. Damuni na sisa and the day mwabeka yensa na yetumi edi ejumedie. We are already halfway through the month. See, very soon. No, I know. Say, the month will also be coming to an end. But
Yeah.
as it is, every other, should I say, month government no de biribi bɛto hɔ na yɛso yɛatumi ahwɛ mu ama etiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ ehu sɛ sei na ɛrekɔ. So the week beginning 13th, which was this week, 13th of October, no, um the government decided to introduce on the 14th of October new statement of changes. Into statement of changes, EFA, yeah, immigration rules, in Brana, Secretary of State for the Home Department, no, EPSA editor Homa, and Nkrofa, Omoya immigrants, and as Omo, editing Krata, Ewo Krumha. Into with the new statement of changes introduced on the 14th of October, no, there are quite a few changes. One of them being the fact that nkurɔfoɔ a wɔn free Botswana na first wɔn nhia sɛ wɔn bɛgye visa aba UK kurom ha. But now they've seen say a lot of people from Botswana have been coming in and some of them have been seeking asylum. And see, because of that, nti wɔn introduce say nkurɔfoɔ a wɔn fi Botswana nyinaa no, sɛ wɔn gye visitors visa ansa na wɔn aba UK kurom ha. And that was effective from the 14th of October 2025. Also, in regards to Nkofra, yet see at least Israel ne Palestine no governments no I can say Palestine is now a recognized country in recognition of the fact that UK I can say it's now a recognized country into almost so almost aka saa visitors visa list no so nti wofiri Palestine a wɔmbɛka sɛ ɛndeɛ patwɔ apply for visit visa ansa na woatumi aba kurom ha. And then on a more serious note, when it comes to nkurɔfoɔ a wɔwɔ yɛ graduate route no so, currently you would be given 2 years until from the 1st of January 2027 no, that will be reduced from 2 years to 18 months, which is exactly 1 year and a half. Nti sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokɔ graduate route no so na wo application no ɛyɛ on or after the 1st of January 2027 deɛ a, ɛndeɛ wobɛnya a year and 6 months leave on the graduate route. Ɛna yɛwɔ nkurɔfo nso so a yɛnka no sɛ wɔwɔ work route no so, whether it's skilled worker route or any of the startup innovation or yɛnka innovator founder route, any of the worker routes sɛ woba UK kurom ha a, yɛnim sɛ English language test no, sɛ woyɛ all the categories, which is speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Sisi adeɛ almost somewhere increase it to A level standard, which is going to be say, oh yeah, say unya at least a level B2 in regards to English language requirements now say opese oye. Nti with regards to the English language requirements no dear or more increase it to a level B2, which is equivalent to an A level standard application in regards to nkurɔfoɔ a wɔyɛ English ɛwɔ kurom ha. Nti it's no longer a level B1 as before. Even B1 no koraa mpo na nkurɔfoɔ struggle. Sisi adeɛ they've increased it to a level B2 where people will have to make sure that they are able to pass this English language requirement and sana they meet all the other requirements on the worker route before it is also granted to them. Into that is that in terms of the English language requirements. And I know, say, when it comes to those who are also students, or more, like I said, when it's to the fact that those who would want to be a switch from the student route to the innovator founder route, say if for any reason when him say you have a business idea which an endorsing company is able to endorse, then you can switch from the student's route to the innovator founder route. Na first no me and switch it as a student to the innovator founder route, just like that. Nti it's also good news for nkurɔfoɔ a wɔwɔ brilliant ideas a endorsing companies nso so a-endorse ama wɔn na wɔtumi ɛfa saa route no so ɛde ayɛ wɔn business anaasɛ wɔbɛtumi astart sɛ wɔyɛ wɔn business based on the endorsement companies should I say go ahead. And see, yes, that is just a few of updates now on the about in terms of the immigration rules. There are quite a few more, and then as time goes on, you will their omo pese omo deba. But the main ones no na mabobo so in regards to the students' routes, the graduate routes, also switching to 18 months. And we also have the English language test, which is being increased from a level B1 to B2. And those who are also currently going to be put on the visa national list. And I said they've already been put on the visa national list. Nti yɛnhyɛ wei nso na changes never from the 1st of January 2027 any changes na ɛbɛba forthcoming nso na yɛtumi so ehu sei na ɛkɔ nti ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtumi ɛma nkurɔfoɔ hu sɛ nneɛma ɛresesa. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, na meka no home office there, honestly. Omo da nyinaa na omo dwe ne omba be omba be the next day. Enti ade chi ya na omo de aba betu dwa. Say. Oh, na ye ka ne san sisi ano sa innovator route no. Say ye hwa to meet ye endorsing companies no. Because here na minim say ya several education on saa innovator route yi bi sɛ wobɛtumi abi wowɔ idea bi a wopɛ sɛ wo start na woyɛ a something creative a wobɛtumi a fall into that category. Na ɛyɛ a na yɛka endorsing company a nkurɔfo bebree nhyɛ da ɛnhu dear endorsing company na into my baako anaa mmienu a te sɛ wafa one idea bi sɛm bi a memfa ne sɛ mewɔ idea bi wɔ teaching field. Why na betumi ayɛ saa endorsing company no de ama me nti it's just an example. Mpakyɛ wobɛtumi akyerɛ yɛ bi.
Okay, so in regards to the innovator founder route, no, ɛno na
Mhm.
nkurɔfoɔ bebree frɛ no self sponsorship. Nti
Okay.
wɔn rehwehwɛ self sponsorship a wɔn say, oh, patro, metumi asɛte up me ankasa me business na metumi de
Mm,
yɛ nkrataa na that
mm,
innovator route is what it is known as. Nti sɛ
mm,
wopɛ sɛ wo switch kɔ saa innovator founder route na you need to have a business idea which has been verified and it's scalable and they know say it is a business that will also be profitable. And
mm,
usually you need to have a business plan which has been checked thoroughly into
mm,
say what's will start a business and yet and it's not just setting up the business and saying so oh my setting up business into me akasa me running
mm.
the business and so sir,
Okay.
you have
Okay.
to have a proper business plan in place and there needs to
Mm,
be checks and balances. And see most times if you are okay with your business idea with to me and yeah should I say ideas as to how you will market it and all of that now
mm,
with the actual home office approved endorsing companies and there's only four
mhm,
office approved endorsing companies and even one of them is a government based endorsing company. See, really you're left with only three endorsing companies that you can actually go to.
ɛwɔ
Now,
UK ha.
yes,
Only
UK.
UK.
Only
Wow.
UK because OJVs
Mm,
are not UK into they can
mm,
only use UK based companies.
mm,
Into in regards to that, they would look at your business plan, they will look at what you've obviously set up and
mm,
how likely it is to be profitable. And
mhm,
once you receive an endorsement for endorsing company, no,
mhm,
then you can go ahead and make an application. Without the endorsement from one of the approved home office endorsing companies, onto
mm.
me a yes application. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Na just say ɛnyɛ better sir, but
Debbie.
if you have the idea now to me develop now ma lawyers ni hwɛ mu ma wo de a ɔmbɛtumi ahwɛ mu assess ne nyinaa de ama wo ansa na wakukuru de akɔma these endorsement companies yi na ɔmo anaasɛ endorsing companies yi ansa na ɔmo ayɛ na ɔmo nso tumi gyina de ama wo na wotumi de ayɛ wɔ application na ɛnda fam na business is there honestly speaking bebree wɔ nkurɔfoɔ tiri mu sɛnea ɔmbɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛnea bebree wɔ idea about how to go about it na yɛ ana ayɛ ase fam na ayɛ away but we have people there ɔmo tumi yɛ saa development ne ma nkurɔfoɔ bebree wɔ system no mu just look for it ɔmbɛtumi if you have even a tiny bit of an idea koraa na ɔpɛ sɛ wo develop na woyɛ no large a there are people who can help you bring this idea to light and sana why your business plan no now what they are called it's a matter of you just searching for it and then finding the right people to do that. Yo, and lawyer Eunice, you better say, you many conti mema, and you better call straight topic, you better so na say questions be back from you can say update yi a wɔde bɛtoo so yi na yɛtumi ebisa na nka meka baako about the A1 B1 to B2 English language no and that ɛnyɛ better but at least you have 2 months ɛda w'anim sɛ November December ɛda w'anim wotumi twerɛ B1 ne ntɛmtɛm de to hɔ a you have 2 years to do the application nti mɛntwɛn 21st January ansa na wakɔ akɔyɛ B2 no because the B2 is a step ahead of the B1 which sɛ wotwerɛ yɛka sɛ twerɛ 10 lines of essay a ɛyɛ myself a B2 no yɛbɛka sɛ twerɛ 20 lines nti mbia na wo kasa a wɔwɔ no is just 10 lines pɛ na wobɛtumi atra ɛne ɛyɛ no this year yɛ a nafa to hɔ woyɛ de to hɔ a you have 2 solid years to use it for an application nti ɛbɛboa wo for future 2 months, you can study 1 month, you can write it and get the result before 31st of December. Until when so, you be born de Europa na nkrofo on pese omo trotro English ne to on omo mo de entron to. Oya den a B2 ni de omo de beko. But se wa dwen ne unim de ne unyansa ne knowledge na entumi ntro B2 na. Please, this is the time Shiana ye B1 ne to on temtem na beboa odachi. 2 years there emoa. Yo, yemfa eno nto ho na we hia moa nso a some of us are here ibetumi aboa wo make us no memfa just a short we bi nto ho me kire obi yire ade ewo Ghana mpacho we a quick announcement me kire no English no Ghana but unfortunately me phone no blank and whatever. And you know the contact I may work for the husband and for the wife ne nyina no mean to me a wipe me call me iCloud and so mommy access one. I don't know why me nya access not to retrieve these numbers. Into the stress would me na ye nipa ko na ma start teacher wo yire na de na me sre obomode na contact me why na me to me enye sa na it to be say me nkasa wo, but that's not the case. I can't get to you. That's the problem. I can't reach you. That's the problem. Enti yanko so me crop from abaso nyina nya me nhram Joseph Isaiah, very special morning to you. Adai Taribo, very special to you. Tilly Duma Nana Jimai. Me checha mo nyina na mrene kontino me nkone quick to the topic that we have for today. Very simple and very nice and beautiful. Yan topic no me bebu boss ibo modern fraud of obi no nua bi na ombeka yan ho na yan dwidwidwidwiri no memu. And it's say akwantuo mu nsɛm de mo ɔdɛ na nsɛm wɔ mu ankasa obi etu kwan de ba obi a wɔ ne butae a ɔde ba obi man so nti na ye wɔ UK abɔnten so mɛka sɛ wo ba UK obi a wɔ ne mission obi a wɔ ne vision obi a wɔ ne butae ne motive a ɔde ba UK abɔnten so obi ɔbɛka so obi di 6 months pɛ na obi kura ɔsi 30 days obi kura 2 weeks obi kura ɔba conference 3 days na wasan kɔ obi nso ba 3 days na afei hu sɛ mframe se ne ebu emo ode maintenance ntine mu na afei wabeka na dodo na so aba genuine bia omo nso omo de bibi ken na ba ya mbia na yire na akofa no ana ne kunu na akofa na ana ne maame ana ne papa na akofa na ede aba nti one way or the other no wenya aba bedum na obeka mu na wa ye adwuma wa tena se a we hu se kromu ai omotutu omo bibia de edemu kama upe we a edaho ufa we a just say ahihye bibia in the system for you to follow. It's like an organized system. You can't be wrong. Send ye tibia if you follow their system na send ye tibia you get your destination a ope na ebane sa na system no obia hu say se ma betene mu a se me ye Ghana ni na me hu se ne omoduane tie ni se omo chicken and chips and fish and chips se ne ni de the potatoes just say abe me de na omo nyoma bi me hu se me ne je hu na sisi a de mpese me come ho as a citizen a na ye say emra wo ho nhihye wo ho a opese o se wo fa so na wo be citizen no na ene ade e ba be ka sa citizen amba be ye na nneoma nkitinkiti bi anase oba be naturalize na ufi Uganda mu aba be ye British na so you have to naturalize to become a British citizen na eno sa no enye se ufiti preko pe na bia ye ma indefinite leave to stay no na afi ana to leave no na o se o ene mpese me ye British citizen obetimi aye na mom nhihye wo ho na nhihye na wo ho no eno na ayembia woni ye umre na wabedi wo kromu ha ene wakoye se ochina waye se ochinachi afa ha enyewa bebre tututu ye ewo akwan mu ebi wo ho aye wonfom so ebi nso aye na enye wonfom so ebeto enya beto de a na se wo mre mu a ene mra ne obedi ewo sa kwan ne so bibia eto wo kan say wo lifetime in the UK emra etre ho no definitely say eba say emra no ena na ebe sansane ho anase ne obedi enti when e eba behwe say mbia me pese me naturalize ewo kromo ha la Eunice we dey me bisa sa question pese me naturalize ewo kromo ha na ye ka immigration laws na nso de from say wo fi kromo na akwa visa immigration wa ba be do Heathrow na Gatwick na all the airport no na stamp mu ade ama immigration sem wa ba betena krom ha se wo kan so be di na otwe mienu bosome afi ne nyina ya immigration sem na utena mu nso no oni udi koneaba embia yesi fa ne sei udi bosome nsia o se wokọ ana menko koye ni sei ne nyina ya immigration sem na che se immigration law ne de we twe muta wenya besi krom ha nko ade immigration sem no ebetwerewo na etwerewo a embia na mfumso bi akoba wo baabi ye kan se bedi nansa nso abedi na wotwe ye kan se bedi bosome nso abedi afe ana se uba ye nso no wanko ana wayes just say nema bebre when it comes to immigration no nema bebre nti ene e bisa ye maame lawyer Eunice se me ba ye no ana metimu no metumi aye bibia etosin ewo immigration mremo a na se ne mpese me be ye natural anase me naturalize na me ye British citizen sa emre bi na me to sin wo ho anase me bu ni ntia anase me ye bibi no ebetumi a pagya ni ti aba abeko atia me abra me pese me ye omukromu ni sisi ana chechemu a me mani nyina nse me ka ne potom kasemu a o say can I still naturalize as a British citizen if I have breached certain immigration laws and certain immigration rules? Eno na ene ye ba beka embia one or two ways no wa mfa ne yie ana say we break you breach ni de mintimi nche ni twi ni mo but eno a wa twa ne CB ewo ho enti no ebetumi akon abeko atia wa na betumi apagya no abeko atia wa enti la Eunice me questioner ene mi bisa ede nkra ni immigration laws ni bi ena ye kan say breach ni nso a breach me breach ni sen say me twa ni tietia wa na say me no me ntimi nchechwi no me ye ne sen na afenso sisi ambese me natural me be naturalize ye British citizen no sa nyoma no ebetumi aba abeko atia me ana aka say da bi untumi ya na say ebia na ekwan dida ho menua obetumi acheche ye na yemfa enkwati wadaroma. Can I still naturalize as a British citizen if I have breached certain immigration laws?
That's a very variety. I think it's a question. No, obviously, if you break it into different parts, now, it will be easier for us to also understand. I think so. When it
Yes.
comes to conformal person more naturalized, yeah, we are talking about people who have obviously been granted indefinite leave to remain in the UK, who are looking to now become British citizens. And so that is what we mean by somebody who wants to naturalize as a British citizen. And then the second part of the question has to do with the breach in certain immigration laws. In see, I know say most of us know the different immigration laws in this country. But titri, I know so when it comes to nkrofo overstayers and I say nkrofo omuba hanom illegally, there has been a lot of talk about all those categories of people. And at the beginning of the year, now government Nika said they are introducing a new policy guidance so that in Kofona or one fan papa by UK Chrome Hanum no, they would not grant them citizenship in this country. And so it was very, very big in terms of the government news, maybe Viano. And I know so when it comes to those people who came and maybe overstayed, then they were giving them some sort of you can say some sort of sorry, hold on 1 second.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specializing in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Yasaba pamocho ewo short break a ye kobae we just awofo de debia asa na tie nti no ye gide se tiefo mote ase na ye ka ye break it down say ubetumi anaturalize say abaye British citizen abra we breachi certain immigration rule nti na ye mame lo Eunice cheche mu say wenya we indefinite na wopese obe naturalization na afen so no nioma betumi aye anase waye wo kwan mu a ebetumi agina ho te se breach no na aye ewo immigration mo no na all kan ye line no eye we nti no mesra waba bomode ana join ye na share the program, like the page mpatro comment na ye hu se mo so ema ye why me nua atili mete won kan che bibia boko ho de mon comment me nua Sandra Fraser, very good morning to you. Sarah Fraser also that me da so say good morning or thank you for joining us. We are excited to have you on board as we share valuable legal insight and updates. We've loved for you to share your program, our program, with your friends and family. Intino mini abaseri ena edi eno ababeti Sandra, very good morning to you. And so Mr. Mo share program ne mai na mo like page uba so a embetekeke na unko, at least you can say good morning to me. I love it. Enti now they account mama me na me ni agi say we hu me pa. Enti yo eno Eunice eno ni question na me bisa ya uchichi mu ansa na yeko break no. Enti mpacho me ma akwenya no na watu asade.
Sorry to Etie for the actual for yes. In regards to that, yeah, break it down what it means to breach certain immigration laws. In America, yeah, sure. Most people, for instance, omoba abia omo to me enya live as a worker or a student or on any other routes. In see omo the visitors visa na buy omo abaye overstayers and sisi a wɔatumi anya nkrataa anaasɛ obi a wamfa kwan papa so amba nti ɔne system no so sɛ ɔde nkrataa na ɛba kurom ha but sisi adeɛ ɔte kurom ha a ɔwɔ asetena a ɔde tena kurom ha. And you have different categories of people. Ebinom ɛbaeɛ san kɔɔeɛ ɔmo de edin foforɔ ɛna ɛbaeɛ ɔmo abɛtena mu ɔmo use different name. You have certain categories of people like that as well. And see, when it comes to immigration breaches, I think there are quite a few. Every more ebia the 1 year automatic ban applied to them time or more call here. You also have Nkofo ebia there was a 2 year ban that applied to them or where they think say serious deception has been used, 10-year ban no so ɛwɔ hɔ a you've had to overcome before you can re-enter the UK. Into there are all these categories of people America say they have breached the immigration law in one way or the other. And don't see when it comes to say almost person year naturalization application now, they are not so sure whether they can go ahead and make those applications, especially because at the beginning of the year, around February time, no, and our government no so introducing new good character requirement policy in regards to nkurɔfoɔ a wɔbɛma wɔn asetena as in naturalization nkrataa ɛwɔ kurom ha ɛna nkurɔfoɔ a wɔmma wɔn bi no. Nti they said categorically sɛ wonim sɛ woamfa nkrataa papa amba UK kurom ha and you have even reached that 5-year requirement ɛsɛ wode naturalize as a British citizen there. Still na ɔmo ɛmfa mma wo. Nti they drew the cap there. And so when it comes to those who would want to apply there, then it means say, wow, wow, fankata papa amba within any system no so say ebia would visit nearby and answer would um worker visa nearby and answer multiple visa on any other routes by then it means you are going to stand a really, really critical chance of not being able to apply for naturalization or UK Chrome ha. When it comes to asylum seekers, no, most of them will fall under this category because Omo Amfa and Krasa Papa Amba when they were applying to come to the UK. So it makes it very, very critical for a lot of people who want to apply because the whole point of Section 6 under the British Nationality Act, I say it is based on the discretion of Home Office Secretary no. Nti ɔno ne pɛ ɛna ɔde bɛma wo. Nti sɛ ɔhwɛ ne policy guidance na obetumi aka sɛ oh wait you don't fall under this and this and that and therefore memfa mma wo. Anaasɛ based on the fact sɛ womiti this and that metumi ɛde ama wo. Nti those are the should I say the perspectives from which UK governments know eba and they want to make sure that they are very rigid with Nkofuna Omo eba as British citizens and they have made sure say they are clear on the lines which they have drawn in regards to Nkofomo pese Omo beye ekunafo. Nti in regards to yeah immigration laws no dear of course open or indefinite now over to me akwaji indefinite if you meet the requirements under the immigration rules. But when it comes to naturalization as a British citizen there, then you have the British Nationality Act of 1981 ɛkyerɛ requirements are wobɛtumi egyina so ɛde nya wo nkrataa. And one of the facts is that you have to be able to show say you are of full age and full capacity. Nti full age ɛyɛ sɛ woduru mpɛmpɛn so yɛnka ne sɛ ɔmo hu as adults nti you are over the age of 18 and I say you are 18 and above. And then capacity means in terms of mental health. And so you are somebody who is capable of saying, say, you want to naturalize as a British citizen. In terms of application now, oh, you are mentally stable, you are capable of making the application in your own rights to say, you meet all of the other requirements to be naturalized as a British citizen. And under Section 6, no, you also have to look at Schedule 1 of the British Nationality Act as well. And also shows say wopɛ sɛ wo naturalize as a British citizen, yeah, then you must show that you are a person of good character. We don't specifically have definition under the British Nationality Act of obia or good character, but we have policy guidance which refers to obia omuhuno as
Good
somebody of good
character.
character. And then
Mm,
they have in Yama almost omuhuno say onye obia oye of good character. You
mm,
see, under their good character policy guidance, you have people obviously who may not have certain criminal records, may not have deportation orders or exclusion
mm,
orders, people who are not persistent offenders,
mm,
people who may not have um, obviously committed crimes where they've had to be sentenced for 12 months or more.
mm,
You have people who may even have been made bankrupt. So
mm,
that is also on there as well. Um,
mm,
or if you have any litigation debts, they
mm,
look at all those things as well. And see, they have all these different categories, including those who may have breached certain immigration rules and asset laws in the UK. And so when it comes to the good character requirement, Lydia, is very wide ranging. It's not limited at all. And see, obviously when it comes to those issues, Lydia, nkurɔfoɔ bebree have to show that criminal record no yɛ clean in terms of this naturalization application. And even
mm,
if there have been certain issues before, there are certain may kind of say there are ways that they can disregard certain immigration issues or certain good character requirements, which you may not necessarily know of. And so it's always good to say, so when your application to say naturalization application there who in bringing for now almost to me aboa in regards to what the
mm,
requirements are, because it's very very important, because a lot of the time say you refuse to naturalization application there, it is
mhm,
mainly based on that good character requirements, because most people
mm,
would have done English language test or by life in the UK test or
mm,
a chrome ha more than the specified 450 days within that 5 year period
mm,
now. Omo pesa omo yɛ lawful ɛwɔ kurom ha. And
mm,
they would have held indefinite leave to remain for at least 1 year before making that naturalization application. In the most
mm,
of the time, people can meet all the other requirements, but the only thing that they will use to refuse it will be based on that good character requirements. Now, Mark was to say are very wide ranging in terms of what the Secretary of State is looking at. And see, when it comes to that good character requirement, that is where our immigration laws also fall under. And say, Yebe Kaya, sometime in 2022, government neka say, omunim say, you have to show lawful residence of 5 years and sign away to me and naturalize it as British citizen. But in Kofona, omoba krom ha na omuni nkrata no, chisa omo train 10 years ansa na wɔatumi ayɛ naturalization application. Nti saa time no nkurɔfo etumi yɛ ɔmo application na ɔmo refuse sɛ ɔmo 10 years no nso yɛ, nti kye sɛ ɔmo twɛn 10 years ansa na ɔmo ɛde naturalization certificate na ma ɔmo. And so that was that. And then in 2023 they reverted back to, okay, you just need 5 years lawful residence, even if you've overstayed Crown Puna, as long as you can show that 5 years lawful residence in the UK and that you also have indefinite leave for the past 12 months, Nadia, you able to me, I consider. Into the laws are fast changing. You never know when things will change, only for them to introduce in February of this year, say when it comes to nkurɔfoɔ a wɔn aba UK kurom ha a wɔn amfa nkrata papa amba no, they too will also have to undergo the fact that they will not be granted citizenship at all. Into on the policy guidance, almost a list of considerations they can give to certain individuals. Into for instance, ABA, EU national, waba UK Chrome ha first na ɛho hia sɛ ɔmobɛgye nkrata later no ɛna introduce residence card ne permanent residence no nti ebi a nipa korɔ no ɛwɔ saa residence card no ɛne permanent residence. And then they introduced EU settlement scheme because of Brexit. And see, omo ka say because omo enka EU mbra no ho biom ne nti ɔmo ankasa afɔme saa EU settlement scheme sɛnya EU nationals ne ɔmo abusuafo no nso ɛbɛtumi anya asetena ɛwɔ UK kurom ha. Nti yes, wowɔ permanent residence anaasɛ residence card a sesa bra yɛ EU settlement scheme no pre-settled anaasɛ settled status. And as you were mentioning last week, my oh, only mobile or on a permanent residence, but on yeah, EU settlement scheme, no.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so you have somebody like that in that category who
Mhm.
ABA wants to naturalize, and they are telling him, Master, on yeah, EU settlement scheme, no. The
Into.
I mean, yes, the Home Office will gladly tell you, okay, we can see that you have permanent residence, but
Mhm.
because of the fact that you're free EU, no, with the patcho, yes, settlement scheme, ne my na unya with settlements, na ya process naturalization application. So in that case, they will consider your application, even though unya with settlement application, no, they will give
Mhm.
you the opportunity to do the settlement application,
First.
and then yes, and then they'll process your application for naturalization into obisa. No, they will give them the go ahead, say yes, over to me, I even though you currently do not have it, we will obviously give you the opportunity to do it, and then we can process your application for you. And that applies to obi or EU national and send a oh yeah, permanent residence or UK Chrome ha. And of course, when it comes to San Dear, because there is that withdrawal agreement, so they have a
Mhm.
protection, and I said they have something to fall back on when it comes to sa EU settlement scheme. No, whereas with somebody ɔbaa UK kurom ha based on ne nkrataa a onya as a visitor nti ebia nipa korɔ no ɛreba no ɔde yɛ asɛewa na ɛbaayɛ ɔde
Mhm.
saa edin no ɛna ɛbaayɛ but ɔbaayɛ no na onni asetena ɛna
Mhm.
obi ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɛndeɛ sesa wo din na pɛ asetena wei nti in the being I mean in that course of time nipa korɔ no ɛsesaa ne din to Abnafoɔ nti
Mhm.
yɛasɛ wɔasesa abɛyɛ Abnafoɔ a ɔde nyaa nkrataa ɛwɔ kurom ha a ɔde yɛ n'adwuma a ɔde hwɛ ne hawfa.
Mhm.
Based on the naturalization, should I say, guidance on good character requirements, so when
Mhm.
to me and say, Uden Krat and Ebaya, then it makes it difficult for them to also grant you your naturalization application because with those cases, almost say almost shakra say if you
Mhm.
were obviously you came into the country illegally, dear,
Mhm.
then ɔmontumi mma wo saa naturalization no. But sɛ wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ, oh, ebia meba no, mesesaa me din wɔ kurom ha, nti meba no na yɛfrɛ me Yasewa. Mede visitors visa na ɛbaeɛ. Nti visitors visa na mekura no, na ɛyɛ 6 months deɛ ne bi. Mebaeɛ no, nsɛm sisii a mentumi ansan m'akyi ankɔ back. Nti seesei a deɛ mabɛtena UK kurom ha a mɛtumi anya nkrataa but me din seesei a ɛyɛ Abnafowa. Nti Abnafowa no ɛna me-use a mede anya me indefinite leave to remain. But me-use Abnafowa seesei a nti ɛno no saa no sɛ woka sɛ woasesa wo din deɛ a ɛnde ɔmo bɛtumi akɔ ɔmo record no so ahwehwɛ saa yaasɛwa no a wode baeɛ no ahwɛ sɛ ampa wode visitors visa ɛna ɛbaeɛ but uba UK Chrome hano, once the sound with dinner or say fro abnafo wa. In regards to your name change, ne dear, onwe say sisi a we been ya sit na wo de etse a Chrome ha. Into you have to disclose certain information for them to be able to say okay, in based on information now what they are my no you say obaye no ode nkrata na ebaye wabaye overstay but still now wait to me enya nkrata ode adwuma who contribute and all of that to the UK economy into based on the fact that you meet all the other requirements to say English language life in the UK, absence requirements ne residence requirements ne um all the other requirements need to, we will be able to grant you your naturalization certificate. But it's important say as much as possible no ubetumi akyerɛ mo mu because what they have said ne say woba hanom illegally deɛ then unfortunately ɔmo ntumi ɛma wo saa naturalization certificate to say sɛnea wopɛ no
Mm,
because they've said say that in itself will not meet the good character requirements. And then obviously there are those who came to overstay who will not necessarily have to obviously jump so much like in Crofona or Manfa and Krata Papa and Bakra. No. Into it's very, very important to show the difference between Obia Oye overstay at any Obia one fan Krata Kra Amba UK Krumha because
mm,
those are two different categories altogether. Into when making those applications, at least say utumi hu say when it comes to certain immigration related requirements, it's key sɛ wobɛhu deɛ ɛrekɔ sɛ ɛyɛ ampa sɛ wode nkrataa na ɛbaeɛ a go ahead and tell them say oh mede nkrataa sei ne sei ɛna ɛbaeɛ but mentumi ankɔ back nti sisi a
mm,
meda so te kurom ha a mepɛ sɛ me naturalize it as a British citizen and it's
mm,
important that you show them how you came if you can remember the dates are ɛbɛboa because every naturalization application no ɔmo bɛbisa wo applications a wayɛ nyinaa from the time a wofiri Ghana ɛreba to the time a wode wura mu a woyɛ applications ɔmo bɛbisa wo ho nsɛm nyinaa nti if you cannot remember specific dates at least remember the year at least the year can help them look through their records and say their work
mm.
cannot because they have it on their records, but they want you to also disclose
Confirm
it.
it. Mm,
Yes, yes.
mm,
So let
mm,
them know say ampa nipa way say yeah share the records because to tell you the
mm.
truth ebi abnafo wa no omo wo ebi 100 on their system
Yeah.
into you want to make sure that it is the right abnafo was
Mm,
information no and omo wo
mm,
into I know when it comes to omo records ne dear, they don't joke with them even
mm,
applications say why you 10 crown post say what they buy
mhm.
UK Chrome hand refuse say yeah they
Ne
have it
nyinaa,
all
they have
on
it.
yes
Mm,
they have all of that information on record which means say we transfer crampa they will be able to see from almost system and say this same
mm,
person and a air
mhm.
application because so we application 20 years ago and I said 30 years ago still now no more passport size photograph for applications in
Yes.
see or picture no
Hey, na
or
sɛ nea
picture
ɔpagya
no
no adane achange koraa. Ah!
Ah, so that they actually the crown now they can see the
The
facial features.
resemblance, yeah.
Yes,
Mm,
it is the facial features. Not to say when they one no usually
mm.
no is
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yɛbɛsesa ama ɔmo. Ba no ma bɛyɛ facial surgery. Change me hwene sɛnea me hwene su yi, no ma bɛyɛ ne ketekete. No ma lift me eyebrow ne kakra
oh
na ɔmo kyerɛ me
eyebrows
sɛ
no
nyɛ.
yes. And I yes and ban also yeah to me to say you know 100 times.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
Mm.
and the fact that's why your makeup. Hey,
Mhm.
makeup to miss is so busy.
Exactly.
Seriously. You will not be
Uh,
able to even recognize the
no,
person.
not
It's
at
like, oh,
all.
your man.
Not
It
at
will be
all.
very, very easy to change certain features.
Mm.
But they now have facial recognition systems which are
Yeah.
able to actually place those people in those
Okay.
categories. Into as
Mm.
much as Mbano, your makeup, ni your TV, ni
The
sign yama
changing.
yama, no, to me changing, it
Mm.
cannot change you so much so that the facial recognition system will not pick it up.
Okay.
Into you have to bear that in mind as
Mm.
well. That
Mm.
regardless of your hairstyle, your makeup, or whatever, no,
They
the
can
facial,
still
yes,
pick it
will
up as you.
still, yeah,
Mm.
remain the same. And
Mm.
so, say unim say sana identity, then you just
Mm.
disclose it so that they know, say, okay, nipa sumi si say no, say
Mm.
no the bias, see ade
Yeah.
ne din asesa na anaasɛ ne nneɛma no asesa nti wei
Mm.
nso ɛna ɔda so a ɔde anya ne asetena no nso ɛwɔ
Mm.
UK kuma.
Yeah.
And to me, the fact that you have used different names, they like that you disclose it
Yeah.
rather than say, oh, they better tell.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
so what did you tell?
Na ọmụmụ
Wankasa,
a wasɛ w'asɛm ba woka
yes,
nokorɛ no kyerɛ ɔmo a na
yes.
ɔmo ehu.
Aboa case no rather than say obey din wonka ho hwee. I know say a lot of people will say I made ba no din when na mede ba ya me person mu hu bia na akɔsɛ bibi, not really, because we information da on system no so that
Ɔmmehu.
see,
Ɔmmehu.
you might as well disclose it rather than them saying say omo beji passport na from them because we try and draw our application also. It's better say obeka.
Wobɛka
And see,
nokorɛ.
yes, and so say kind of na at least unim say udimu, because I've seen situations where 10 years down the line omo agent call for passports every almost
Ɛfiri ɔmo nsɛm
because
ɛyɛ o.
of the fact say abia almost can say abia almost records near clean almost you see dim for bia that bia yeah clean, and then later on they go and find out say, oh, now we used to dim be two and I said three bia and son now we ya on character based on a dim way, and see, and no, it is known as misrepresentation, and
Yeah.
that's, yes, making, giving them false information. Into
Okay.
you don't want to fall under that category where they say you have given them false information, and
Ɔs-
that you've misrepresented the information. Now I say what they
mm,
ma omo, and obviously that is a reason enough for them to deprive you of your British citizenship. Into
wow.
when we say it's here for natural for action and so
Mm.
then some more yeah naturalization applications where they
Mm.
become very careful, but then they are also aware, say, this is
Mm.
what it entails. Into almost, yeah, they have to pay attention to these details in terms of application. Now, almost,
Mm.
yeah.
Na before mɛyɛ wei no last bit hɔ na membisa question ansa na ama mentwerɛ ntoɔ na meremfi ɛyɛ
Mhm.
misrepresentation a nkurɔfoɔ ɛyɛ no na mbia waba ha 30 years ago. Honestly, I mean naturally 30 years no werɛ bɛfi no biribi, definitely werɛ fi. Na wei na yɛnim nso sɛ before you even present the application no, oh, ɛda ɔmo anim a ɔmo nim record no. Nti sɛ ɔmo bɔ wo din na they know your record. And I say like you are saying about facial recognition, they know. Nti sɛ mbia my application na yɛbisa sɛ me use din bi da na sɛ mbia yɛbisa me certain question na menkae. Naturally no wonkae. I mean wonim sɛ wonkae nti woka sɛ you can't remember, but mbia anaa biribi menim sɛ there is no portion in the application form a man will answer say maybe no, there is nothing like that. But however no mbia where they give you the opportunity to add any note a wopɛ sɛ ɔmo hu no, so
Mm.
na wakyɛkyɛ mu wɔ hɔ sɛ yes, but wonhyɛ da nkae nneɛma bi na wonim sɛ bi a woyɛ ese mbisa na adekodik na a woka no koraa na nte saa. na ɔmo agyina so na ɔmo ama wo naturalization ya ama wo. Na ekyire 10 years along the line no na yɛasan ba sɛ wo presenting misinformation anaasɛ misrepresentation in documentation ɛde ma ɔmo ɛna ɔmo ama wo nti yɛde pra yɛbɛgye efiri wo nsam a Lioness wontumi ngyina mmara ne so na wo ne ɔmo ntwe ɛwɔ hɔ because wo explain wo ho sɛ nneɛma no bi wɔ hɔ a wonkae na woka kyerɛ ɔmo nso nti ekyire na ɔmo nso ɔmo nim sɛ whatever information you give ɔmo na ɔmo sɛ sɛ ɔmo betumi recognize you because you have your picture with them they can recognize that there be nipa yi wafa system yi da na nti sɛ ɔmo ankɔyɛ sɛ ɔmo checks no na ɔmo bɛma wo visa na ɔmo naturalize o na ekyire ɔmo ba sɛ daabi wo anka nokorɛ nti no ɔmo egye firi wo nsam a lawyer Eunice law bi eni hɔ a wobɛtumi gyina so na ɔne ɔmo atwe a.
I mean, definitely when it comes to the fact that they are depriving you of your citizenship, I know that this is off topic a bit.
Mm,
They always give you that right to appeal. And so when it
mm,
comes to the fact that you can appeal now, you
mhm,
can always inform them that on your application form, and that's why it's always good to keep a
mhm,
copy of your application form. No? I know
mhm,
say if you more grandpa, but catch out say me if I did it 10 years ago, when to me and keep a copy. And see,
mhm,
and no, no, then it means you now have to do subject access requests to find
mhm,
out what the person puts on the form. And
mhm.
see, another thing is to always keep a copy of the application
Yeah.
form out when completed. So in
Mm,
that case, you can say yes, me fill a form no. Me the me information say and I told her say men kai a din
mhm,
na me de buy no because it was
mhm,
a long time ago. And see
mhm,
if yeah na ɛyɛ abenafo wɔ anaasɛ abenasɛ ɛwɔ but menkae edin no but menim
mhm.
sɛ mede din wei ɛna ɛbaeɛ a
Yeah.
of course mede nyaa ebi a visitors visa nti
Mhm,
saa edin no ɛna me use yɛ time na meba ebi a 1990 no mu hɔ no
mhm,
saa din no ɛna me use yɛ but
mhm.
menkae edin pɔtee a mede baeɛ
Right.
nti me throw application form no, so where it asks for further information because na
Mm,
me nso ɛnkae saa ade no but me use
okay.
saa ade no during the time a mebaeɛ no ɛna mesesa me din nti eh, based on applications a mayɛ wɔ kurom ha nyinaa no me
Mm,
use din foforɔ nti saa din no ɛna me use up to this time.
mhm,
If you have explained it clearly on the application form, says say see here, dear, then
mm,
you can rely on that to say you didn't make any form of representation there because to you no what disclose say we should a dim for time a no and
mhm,
time now bedru and also so what be used to a dim for into there is no way you
mhm,
intended to deceive them in any way shape or form because
mhm,
everything written on the application form shows your intention to disclose the truth and answer the correct information to them. Nti ɔmo call back to ɔmo records no so na ɔmo share the would try no. And in that way, if they can see clearly from the application form says this is what you have stated, then they have every cause to grant your citizenship back to you as well. And so it's very, very important say to say no, if you haven't got the slightest idea about a day
mm,
now you see now okay so a be at 1990 now buy and no now we use society still let them know say that
mhm.
time no we use society to say our own use to and no yeah.
Okay, yɛbɛda ase ɛwɔ hɔ na becoming a British citizen no ɛnhyɛ da nyɛ den saa na mmom woamfa due process no mu papaa de a ɔmo ɛmfa mma wo sɛ obi bi atwa yie na woanhwɛ system no mu na woamfollow what they want na ɛyɛ a na ama ne nya no akɔyɛ den ɛde ama wo. Na Eunice ɛbɛda ase etiefoɔ no ahwɛfoɔ sɛ afei na wɔadwene a topic a yɛreka ɛyɛ sɛ yi mɛtumi ayɛ mɛtumi anaturalise abɛyɛ British citizen abra mbi a mebu UK mmara kakra bi so ana ɛno na yɛhwɛ wɔ ha na Eunice akyerɛkyerɛ ya bidu sese biara no mehu sɛ obi like sɛnea ɛte biara no wowɔ nsɛm a wopɛ sɛ wobisa a mɛma wo akwanya na waba bɛbisa ɛnkyɛ biara na mewɔ just about few questions bi all those online mede nkyia kɛseɛ de ma mo mehu mo nyinaa mede nkyia kɛseɛ de ma mo but then we have a limited time here to ask our questions nti no memia memfa no nyinaa but anyways mewɔ one or two bi a mpɛ sɛ mebisa wo na afei deɛ woma me mmoaeɛ a na yɛtumi ebie telephone lines na nkurɔfo nso afrɛ na ɔmo ebisa ɔmo nso ɔmo questions no ɛne sɛ abere na wotu kwan de baa UK abɔnten ha no first one dodoɔ no a ɛyɛ a na ɔmo baa na ɔmo ama yɛde ɔmo passport ne kɔ fie de ama ɔmo yɛde kɔ na ɔde kɔ a na kyerɛ sɛ wonni evidence sɛ wobaeɛ but home office for the on their record no they have that evidence say you came you once came enti sɛ one wode adeɛ no akɔ fie but you are able to tell them the exact date you came in na wokyerɛ no with the name a wode baa mu na afei wode obi foforɔ din ɛyɛ adwuma fiti hɔ na bɛdu saa wo 20 years anaasɛ mbia up to a number of years a wode abɛnya indefinite na afei wopɛ sɛ wokɔyɛ naturalise no sɛ wokyerɛ ɛno saa de to hɔ a would they be able to go on with the application because one moment data or the room with that name no until they have that they can check say ampa utumi remu legally. I'm talking about those who entered legally no afei nso no ebi mu nso wɔ hɔ a ɔmo baeɛ no ɔmo de wei ne kɔ fie enti before I go to the second question mbia na yɛakɔka sɛ wobaeɛ na wode book no kɔ fie no mbia wɔn mu nso wokɔ fie na wosan baa illegally de a ɛno nso wɔ hɔ a bɛtumi awe o second question no wode kɔɔeɛ no ampa wankɔ fie ba wode book no kɔ fie ɛna ɔmo kɔ tintim wɔn sɛ ya na ebi mu kɔ no yɛakɔ tim sɛ waba back to Ghana na nso da so wɔ kurom ha nti watena mu a menka sɛ bi a ɔmo fa kwan tintimfoɔ no ansa na ɔmo nya indefinite leave to remain no mbia na meka example kɛkɛ like 20 years for no na wama yɛ the book na asan abrɛ wo enti no ɛbom UK stamp sɛ ampa wofa mo ɛna wode bae na mmom ɛsan bom nso sɛ wosan kɔ fie ɛno nso nsoso na ɛbɛtumi play part ɛwɔ ɛhɔ no and then my third question so ne sɛ wode aba waba normal first one na wode bae na yera enti woyɛ bi wɔ kurom ha woyɛ fie passport ne bi wɔ kurom ha ɛna wey you so ɛno maybe after 2 or 3 years wey you so ɛno up to now but unim sɛ wo ba mbia 2 or 3 years before a onya new passport no sɛ ɛyera ayɛ no wantumi ankɔyɛ police report ebi mu nso kɔyɛ police report ɛno nti na ɔmotumi kɔyɛ new passport no nti you have that police evidence sɛ wo ɛyera ayɛ na kɔyɛ new passport ɛno nso no wo use that scenario no ɛde yɛ application no nso nsusuaso betumi ama wa go through anaasɛ ɛbɛma wo nsusuaso anaasɛ bibi wɔ hɔ a ɔsɛ ɔde ka ho ansa na ɔmo grant mpatwɔ me questions yi me sɛ nea makyekye me sɛ ɔbɛtumi atwa ne short ama yɛ na afei mebie telephone lines no na ɛtifo aba bibi some questions no.
Okay, I think I'll answer the last question first. Into Obia or the passport about passport scenario, our your passport for phone. I mean the details on the passport are the same. Into Obi Sano say the passport are right and no one say or Chirimu say to the High Commission say the passport area in Safi and now when you have new passports. In terms of immigration, as long as you have a valid passport which you are using for the application, no dear, to them it doesn't really matter. So first passports area because they want you to provide the information as in the bank in Kraton or the buyer. And they can always check on their system that this is the passport you used when you were coming. They don't expect say you will be able to provide missing passports as long as you are able to provide the information to them. It is good to have all the passports out with their applications no chrome high into say if you've had 4 different passports, it's good to provide all the 4 different passports. And I say the number of passports are or they buy or they applications for Chrome Handy Nano. If you have all of those, it is good to provide all of those when you are making the application. Not necessarily say only sa passports ni na dia untumi in your application. No, you can still make the application if you have all the information that they need in regards to their application. And then in regards to the first question now, oh, bisa say so obia ɔde nkrataa baeɛ a yɛasan de ne book no ɛkɔ back to efie no, saa nipa no nso ɔbɛtumi ayɛ application for naturalization na of course when it comes to obi a ɔde edin foforɔ ɛbaeɛ no, as long as you can provide the information as to edin ne nkrataa na wode baeɛ no deɛ, they would look on their system to be able to check if the information you have provided is correct. Say, nipa na yɛka sɛ yɛde book no kɔɔ fie a yɛasan de abrɛ no wɔ kurom ha a ɔreuse saa same book naa no, ɛno no, of course sɛ woatu kwan na wasan aba biom a, nkrataa no a yɛde bɛma wo no, it will be based on the requirements that you are able to meet. Nti if after that period you have shown say when you are favored no anaasɛ indefinite leave to remain there, then you can say yes, maybe our first time no, me san call back, me san aba biom, meba biom no, ebia mede nkrataa wei na ɛde baeɛ. If one fan nkrataa amba there, then that means that you will also be in the same category as obi a ɔno nso ɔbaa hanom illegally a ɔnni asetena a ɔbɛtumi de ayɛ application for naturalization no ɛwɔ kurom ha. So it's very very important to make sure say if yɛde book ne ɛrebrɛ back there and there has to be a way of showing say saa second time na woba no ɛyɛ nkrataa so ɛna wode baeɛ. Otherwise you will fall into that same category as obi a wamfa nkrataa amba UK kurom ha. So I hope say I've answered all the 3 different questions.
Why, dear. Thank you. Ne nyinaa ɛdem. However, mo a motie me, mbia na me question na me bisa na nye no na mo pese mo bisa. Mo mo nso mo de ekwanya da ho. Mema wa kwanya me be telephone lines no na motumi afrɛ. Ɛyɛ 07596620154. Obetumi afrɛ WhatsApp, obetumi afrɛ normal call. Ofrɛ sisia between now up to 11 ofrɛ a ebetumi ama omboa. Na maybe making kind questions kakra ɛwɔ board ne so Joseph Isaiah you or see I would like to know if you are on ILR as a skilled worker and you apply for your kids, would they be given ILR please? On any question, indefinite leave to remain na or can say if you are on if you are on indefinite leave to remain
Indefinite
as a
leave.
skilled
Yeah.
worker. Or this skill
Yeah.
worker confusing me. Until like Eunice, so what's the question I said?
I try. Yes. It's usually you have to show say you have lived in the UK for at least a period of 5 years on the skilled worker route and on the way to me application for indefinite leave to remain. And I think it's a question I say because this year we are indefinite leave to remain or wait to me then colano so I can work. When it comes to indefinite leave to remain, the children also have to meet that 5 year requirement. And see if they've also lived here for that period of 5 years, then they too can apply for indefinite leave to remain on the basis that you have been granted indefinite leave to remain. And see if their 5 years is not up, ebia oba no no more ɛna ɛbaeɛ nti ebia 1 year later anaasɛ 2 years later na ɔmo baeɛ, they will have to complete their 5 years for them to be able to make application for indefinite leave to remain.
Okay. Share next question. Frank, okay, kind Stephanie dear answer. I see good morning, Stefan Otu Dankwa. Hi, good morning. May I know if I marry if I married my if marriage allowance is part of benefit or oh Mamin Kani, may I know if marriage allowance is part of benefit or public fund, which will disallow me from my indefinite leave to remain?
Okay, usually say omo car allowance, it means say you have contributed tax in some way and they are giving you some support in
Mm,
that way. And so
mm,
usually when there is some allowance, let's say marriage allowance or disability allowance, in most cases it's because you've contributed to
mm,
your national insurance in some way, and that's why you are benefiting under that category of
mm,
allowance. It's it To me, it's not necessarily public funds. It's not like you are receiving benefits, because when you start working, you are
mhm,
paying back that money anyway. So
mm.
uh, I would not necessarily categorize that as public funds or receiving benefits in some way. Yeah.
Okay. Yɛnhwɛ next one, Frank Agore. I say, please, can a person working with oil and gas be capable for your referee for naturalization application? Oil and gas. Ewo kurom ha. On say
As
edu
long as the person is got
what
a profession,
yeah.
that is fine. So
Mm.
eh, oil and gas, when you say oil and gas, you haven't really said anything. But
Anything,
if you say
yeah.
yes,
Mm,
as long as the person is a professional in one way or the other, um,
mm,
the person can definitely be put down as a referee, and the person must not be related to you. The person must at least have be 25-year old or more, and as long as the person also um, has either indefinite leave or British citizenship, they can go ahead to sign as a referee. So oil and gas, you haven't really said much.
mm.
Um, the the profession has to be stated. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Because woka profession no yehu also ɔmatwerɛ profession no wɔ form
Yeah.
ne so a onipa ko betumi ayɛ referee de ama wo. Okay, Goy Lolonya, or see what is outcome of the court case regarding the new character introduction? The new character introduction. Eunice, ɔmo ayɛ new character introduction ɛwɔ ɔmo de akɔ court na yɛahwɛ deɛ na ɛsiiɛ. Tell ya can character way.
Is it based on the good character requirements? I'm assuming because I don't
Na
know
bibi sa
new character
court.
it should.
Mm,
Yes, and if it's based on what we are talking about, which is the good character requirement,
mm,
then that is what we were mentioning that was introduced in February of this year. And the fact that the policy guidance states clearly that anybody who came here illegally will
mm,
not be granted citizenship. As long
mm,
as you can show that you came here lawfully, even if you overstayed, the Home Secretary will apply her discretion in regards to you being granted citizenship. And see, Goe Lolonya, I
mm.
am assuming you are talking about the good character requirement.
Mm. Yo, yanko enim. The numbers to call ni ye 07596620154 ofra yebejo so na o question bi ana yetumi ebisa mo. Irene Aka say good morning lawyer. Please, I have a British child and her brother and sisters and brother and sister are in Ghana. Can I base on the child to bring them to UK? Thank you. Mm,
Nti
yeah.
usually sɛ wopɛ sɛ woba UK kurom ha a ɔmohwɛ wo a
Mm,
woyɛ parents no, because nkɔlaa no deɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmontumi nhwɛ ɔmo ho. Wo a woyɛ
mm,
awofo no na wobɛtumi ahwɛ nkɔlaa no. Nti
mhm,
sɛ wo a woyɛ awofoɔ no, based on wo British child no, sɛ wowɔ leave to remain asetena deɛ a, ɛndeɛ wobɛtumi aka sɛ Wow, we are for no person kofa umbano eba. There are maintenance requirements that have to be met, accommodation requirements, and also you have to look at whether you are solely responsible for Nkwalano and say one nkwadaa no ɔmo papa ɛna ɛte UK kurom ha anaasɛ nkwadaa no papa no ɛnni ɔmo brabɔ mu koraa. So there are certain requirements that have to be met, Irene, in regards to bringing your children from Ghana to the UK. It will be based on you rather than the British child. Yeah.
Saa na ɛteɛ. Goy yɛda ase. Ɔse they were taken on court. Ɔse Goy Lolonya Bas, they were taken on court on that. I don't know about maybe he's talking about the good character. I know na lawyer
Yeah.
we actually the new good character held there about which was
Okay.
introduced in February. No na ya can no sisi ano. So want to me and trace over mu legally there. And your mom ma wonye citizenship. And no new one na banana seller Eunice no.
Yes. Yes, so that's
Mm,
what they have obviously made into their policy
mm,
guidance as of now. Obviously, if anything changes, they will reintroduce it for us to know
mhm.
what they have said. Like the 10-year requirement that was in 2022 got changed in 2023. And so if there is any further changes, they will let us know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obi bisa sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ British citizen ni bi na obisa yɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma a ɔyɛ a particular amount of money a ɛbɛtumi anaasɛ ɔnyɛ adwuma ɔnni saa amount na still a ɔbɛtumi go ahead ɛde ayɛ application na biribi saa ɛwɔ application no mu. So you must work and earn a certain amount of money and so ɔbɛtumi naturalization ana.
When it comes to naturalization, there's nothing to do with financial requirements. And no nka ho kra na ka mebo so in regards
Mm,
to yeah, education for today. There is no
mm.
financial requirement.
Financial
I
requirements,
mean,
okay.
when it comes to the good character requirement, they don't want you to be somebody who has been declared bankrupt. In see,
Okay.
if you have been declared bankrupt, then obviously that is a red flag for them because it
Okay.
means when you're responsible with your money. Yes.
But talking of bankruptcy, say Emre egu maybe or your bankruptcy maybe somewhere 20 years ago, and after that,
Mm.
no, wa gaining wa ye juma contribute to the economy, no, up till now, no. Would they still use that one time that bankruptcy, no, against the application and
I mean, when it comes to mitigating circumstances, you can always put forward that, well, it happened 20 years ago. Since then, ABIA, you've been contributing to the UK economy, you've been working, you've contributed to your NI and all of that. And I said, you are a self employed person, you pay your taxes, you help the community in one way or the other. You can always provide some means of mitigating circumstances, but it
okay,
is up to the discretion of the Secretary of State
right.
whether she will go ahead and grant. Yeah.
And you say it is a one year offense, criminal offense,
Hi.
Nibia. Na
Yeah.
sa yedi say after 10 years no unye any of such offenses nibium na
Yeah.
ni nyina yɛ discretion into no.
Yeah.
So we such application ɛneɛ na wama wo mpaebɔ mu ayɛ den sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a because ɛyɛ obi discretion deɛ nipa no bɛtumi ahwɛ a no aka sɛ daabi ɔsɛ mede ma no daabi memfa ama no that kind of thing nti no wo na ɔsɛ wo nso wogyina yie na whether you believe it or not so it works, honestly it works nti ɛtiefoɔ no ahwɛfoɔ yɛwɔ ha ka yɛ just about 2 minutes a yɛn mmerɛ no ɛbɛyɛ be very soon ɛma Eunice summarize biribiara wɔ pɔtɔ kasa no mu na ɛnɛ yɛn nuabaa lawyer Annie ɛnni ha na ansa na ɔbɛyɛ sa no mesan bɔ mo nkae biom sɛ we are still in the month of October yeah creating awareness for breast cancer na sɛ woyɛ ɔbaa titiriw mmarima nso atumi nya breast cancer no obi the funny question bi aba mɛka ne mɛbisa o yɛ kreti nti no say bibi saa na uti anything at all. It's not necessarily also say uti pain and now but as time goes on, no, check your body, check your breast now. Anything funny, anything that wasn't there before, but now you can feel it or seeing it, you know. No abomodia na ode akoma o doctor ahwe e de amount. Ye wo breast screening programs be bra in the community, no. You can just pop in one, just walk in one na yenhwe ma eba eboa se ehu bibia ebetumi aso ano ntem ansana aye bibia wo ho yo yenkwere question na ode buy no well so e be ma yɛka facial recognition no ɔse ɔba kurom ha na pampe mu apa kyerɛ sɛ na ɔwɔ saa sakora na ɛwɔ ha no na nyame adɔ ɔbɛnya sika kakra wɔ kurom ha no wabɛyɛ implant ma sisi a yɛtwa nwi aba abɛda ne mema kyerɛ sɛ wayɛ aberanteɛ kama na pampe mu mpa apampe mu mpa bi mu bisa sɛ ɛno nso saa no na ɔyɛ application na yɛnka sɛ n'anim asesa because ne picture a ɔde yɛ application a ofi Ghana ɛde ba na pampe mu no deɛ ayɛ sakora papapapapa ɛna ɔde yɛ ba sisi a wohu no a kyerɛ sɛ wayɛ aberanteɛ ɔwɔ nwi koraa ɛfloat sɛ Michael Jackson deɛ no bi ɛwɔ n'amoma so nti obisa sɛ ɛbɛtumi akɔ so problem ama na oh masrɛ no pe
I I mean, if it's in regards to the fact say the picture no different
Mhm.
I mean people
Mm.
change. That's why
Yeah.
we constantly have the biometric. I mean
Mm.
within 2 years, even somebody now unim no be a sisi ade
Mm.
wabɛyɛ kɔkɔɔ na unim no na wayɛ tum sisi
Saa
a nipa ko na abɛyɛ kɔkɔɔ.
kɔkɔɔ.
So
Mm.
they just do those things just because they know say
Mhm.
people do change, and so with
Yeah.
every application they want to make sure say saa same nipa no and every application no
Mm.
I mean there's nothing wrong with the fact that your hair is now on and you didn't have hair before.
Yeah.
As long as it's the same details, you have
Yes.
same name, same
Mm.
age, same
Mm.
date of birth, everything. There's nothing wrong with your facial
Mm.
image changing. Yeah.
You la Eunice ɛbɛda ase yɛbere na ayɛ bi yɛbere na ayɛ bi nti no wohume so no mɛma wo akwanya na wotwa ne tiawa ɛwɔ borɔfo no mu ɛde ama yɛn na ansa na wɔbɛyɛ saa no mebɔ mo nka yɛ nyame yɛ adom a ɔkyena the community and the law na ɛbɛba so dendenden na yɛwɔ very nice topic just like last week no very beautiful topic a wobɛnya a whole lot of benefit from it nti no make a date with us na tune in to from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock the community and the law. Still on the BW radio, BW platforms, BW solicitors for platforms, obetumi enya ewo so. Eunice, ye be na mpese wo summarize bibia my answer na sorry akọ patcho.
Thank you. So today our topic is, can I still naturalize as a British citizen if I have breached certain immigration laws? We looked at the fact that when it comes to applying as a to naturalize as a citizen of the UK, it is the British Nationality Act of 1981 that is used as the bedrock in terms of people being able to make such applications. And under section 6 of the act, it says that anybody who is of full capacity and has reached full age can apply to naturalize as a British citizen under the discretion of the Secretary of State. And so there is also the requirement under Schedule 1 of the British Nationality Act where there has to be a good character requirement. And so anybody applying should be able to show that they are a person of good character, that they meet the residence requirements where they should be able to show that they have lived here lawfully for 5 years and have not been absent for at least 450 days. And then having gained their settled status or uh, indefinite leave to remain, they have not been absent for a period of at least 90 days within that 12-month period. They have also undertaken the English language test at a level B1 or they have previously met the English language requirements as part of a settled status or a previous immigration application, and they have passed their life in the UK test. We saw that specifically under the good character requirements, the Home Secretary will consider things such as your immigration history, which includes immigration issues. And it includes other things such as your criminal record, whether you have litigation debts, whether you are somebody who has been declared bankrupt. It will include anything that will assume or make the Secretary of State consider whether you are a person of good character or not. And we looked specifically at certain immigration issues, which include people that have come into the country illegally and those who may have overstayed their visa permits after they arrived in the UK. And we saw that as of February 2025, where the government introduced a new policy guidance in regards to the good character requirement, they have stated categorically that anybody who is not able to show that they had lawful residence or they were granted lawful visa to enter the UK will not be considered for a naturalization application. And therefore, you would have to be able to show that you entered the UK lawfully in order to make a naturalization application. Yes, maybe when you came, you have overstayed your visa permit and you are now on a different route to settlement, or you've already made your settlement application and you want to make your naturalization application. As long as you are able to disclose that, yes, you came on a visit, you overstayed, but you have been able to gain settlement in the UK, they will consider the fact that you have lived here lawfully for the 5 year period and that you have gained settlement and have not been in breach of any other immigration laws since then. They should consider all of those and then in that instance grant you your citizenship application. So it's very, very important to show lawful entry and then go ahead to disclose any other issues, whether it be in regard to change of name or the fact that you may have come through with a different on a different visa route and you have also applied on different applications whilst in the UK. Their application is such that as long as information is disclosed to them, they will make a decision based on the information that they have readily available and the Home Office policy guidance that has been introduced. I know somebody also asked in regards to whether there has been any changes in terms of the court decision. Not yet. And so if there are any changes, we will give further updates in regards to that as well. So yes, this is just a short summary of what we discussed today, and hopefully, we hope that a lot of you were able to gain some sort of knowledge from that as well. Have a good Friday and a good weekend ahead.
Yo, yɛbɛda ase lawyer Eunice nkyerɛkyerɛmu a wode ama yɛn wɔ podcast no mu. Mo a mobaa so nyinaa meda ase. Tilly, thank you so much. Meda ase. Na mo share ye ɛkɔ ekyikyikyikyi. Keep on sharing. YouTube no mehu sɛ na mo nnɔɔso wɔ but mehu sisi asɛ ɛpeke nti nyame nhyira mo nyinaa. Nyame nhyira mo nyinaa sɛ motumi ɛbaa so fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛde maa yɛn. Nyame adom ɔkyena yɛbɛsan atoa so ɛwɔ community and the law no so. Bɔ mmɔden ana bɛka yɛn ho wɔ hɔnom na yɛnkyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma. Until then no, meɛdeɛ ne manyɛ team gye di sɛ next week nyame yɛ adom a yɛbɛsan aba na yɛde another beautiful topic ɛde abrɛ mo. Stay safe, stay blessed. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contested and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.